It's a combination of things, and there are no angels in this story, by the way. There's some devils, but no one's clean, so to speak, on this one. Um, the first thing is shipbuilders are a business. They're publicly traded business, the ones that build destroyers and warships and everything else. And so they have to answer to their shareholders, Wall Street. Now, Wall Street doesn't care about capital investments. They don't care about China. They care about money. And that's how we like it. We're a capitalist society. I like that too. But we're getting to a situation where the way that doing business like that is a danger to our national security. So we have to change things. And the way you change it is not by directing a profit-seeking entity that only exists based off of profit margins, very slim ones, mind you, but by changing the incentive mechanism. And so for the shipbuilders, we need to do a couple things. One, Congress needs to actually pass budgets and actually continue to grow the shipbuilding budgets. Building ships ain't cheap. And whenever you try to do it on the cheap, you have bad things happen. So pay what it costs, build the ships, get the money into the budget, and get it into the shipbuilders so they can make the appropriate investments. The other thing Congress needs to do on that, change the incentive structure, do what the Estonians did to great effect, do something what's called a distributed profit tax. And what you do there is you incentivize investment in your workforce and in your infrastructure, things that we need to do. We don't have enough shipyard workers. We don't have enough dry docks. We don't have enough cranes. We don't have enough capacity to build nuclear submarines. It's why we are in the state we are. So what a distributed profit tax does is says, all right, Huntington Ingalls, you made $10 billion in profit last year. By the way, they don't make that much in profit, but I'm using a round number to make a case. A distributed profit tax would say, okay, Huntington Ingalls, of the $10 billion of profit that we would tax at like a 40% or 35% rate, whatever the rate is this day for that value, we're gonna let you get no tax for that portion of it that you invest back into your workforce and that you invest into your infrastructure to buy cranes, to grow your waterfront capacity to build ships. You can write that off, full expensing, tax-free, boom. But if you take $2 billion of that and you do stock buybacks or dividend payments, well, that's a profit that we will tax, and we're going to tax it at a higher rate. So the idea is to incentivize the movement into long-term strategic investments that we need as a nation, these industries to be making.
Having said that, that sounds very smart. Why do we not do that? Is it because we're too capitalistic, or is it more so that public policy and scrutiny and things like that?
Oh, it's still capitalist. I mean, it's from Estonians. The Estonians are very capitalistic after they shuck free of the Soviets and their communistic ways. It's a very capitalistic approach, and it's a proven approach. I think part of it is people just didn't think about it. We're very used to in this town thinking about subsidies, about tax credits, or just outright give money to Navy and the Navy goes and buys all the equipment for the shipbuilder. That's a very suboptimal approach, to say the least. Better to let the business and the engineers working for the shipbuilder make the decisions themselves, how best to invest in the workforce, how best to invest in their infrastructure to build the ships on time and at cost. This actually gets government out of the way, quite frankly. But I think there's just not enough awareness of it. So I'm constantly hammering it in my engagements with staff and senators and Congress members. I bring this up whenever I can.